QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. It's Hale. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Green. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Sampson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st, and keeping this drive alive.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Send the tight end in motion. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hill. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. off the play fake. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the left. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Snagged in the middle, it's Hudson. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock and reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Bringing the heat. That's caught. It's Owens. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Fights off a defender. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Aggies will go for it here on 4th down. He'll keep it on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that 4th down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big 4th down conversion.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to throw, it's Holstein. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete in the middle. Turning it on. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found open
their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Takes the handoff. It's Hayes. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're testing the right side here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. To start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that we can win this game.
How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Quickly complete. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
Makes the catch. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Hudson. Plows through the defense. And the Wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over it. The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
It's just so nice to have a signal guy who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, Mountain West teams colliding in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. UTSA packed a wallop today. This was supposed to be a major road test, and instead it felt like a stroll down the Riverwalk there in San Antonio. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Mountain West, and that certainly held true again today.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Toss to the outside. Finding open areas. Across the 45. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side. Motion from the wideout. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Myers on the move. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
On the run, it's Green. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Goes to the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And once you get in the second half, a tie football game, you cannot waste these opportunities. You got to put points on the board. You got to take care of the football when you start to get in the red zone.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
The give from the gun. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Wide open downfield. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Brings up second down.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
important to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Hale. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
What a big play in the 4th quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by 1 possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hill. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
He'll set up to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sampson. Touchdown, Tulane! They move on top here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggie.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Back to pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got second and goal. Boom. create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
The offense changing the play. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Touchdown, Aggie! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He goes out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's enough for the first down, and the waning seconds time is against them. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Catch in the middle, it's Hale. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. This to tie things up in the final minute. And here comes the field goal unit. And with 3 seconds left, a last chance to extend the game into overtime. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, Dave.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. That's reeled in. It's Hudson.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. They strike first here in overtime.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And the extra point is good. They'll give it to the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run play action. Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just try to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB, and you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back, you can throw the ball a ton, you can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
The tension, the intensity, the drama. The offense steps to the line on fourth down in overtime. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun to give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. On third down, try to pick it up through the air. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback goes knocked down back at the 13.
And if at first you don't succeed, try again. The defense didn't get to the quarterback right away, but the QB kept holding on to it. And you see these defenders, they're trying to rally, they're getting up off the ground, and they're getting after the pursuit, trying to chase the quarterback, eventually get to him after he held the ball for longer than 5 seconds.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. That'll do it! The sack ends it as the defense puts the final nail in the coffin.
it.